Alexandre Daigle is famously known as one of the biggest busts in NHL history. His roller coaster career was truly something the game had never seen before and may never see again. Over the years, we've seen first overall picks like Sidney Crosby, Alex Ovechkin, and Connor McDavid breathe new life into NHL franchises. However, this wasn't the case for the Ottawa Senators and Alexandre Daigle. In today's video, we're taking a deep dive into the career of Alex Daigle, a highly talented prospect whose hockey career quickly went from boom to bust. Let's dive in. After finishing their inaugural NHL season with a dismal record of 10 wins, 70 losses, and 4 ties, the Ottawa Senators secured the top pick in the exceptionally talented 1993 draft class, which featured players like Alexandre Daigle, Chris Pronger, and Paul Kariya. A first overall selection often serves as a crucial boost for teams looking to rise from the bottom, and it was exactly what the Sens needed at the time. Hailing from Quebec, Daigle was seen as a franchise savior, and the Senators quickly selected him with the first pick in the 1993 NHL Draft.
The first pick in the 1993 entry draft, Alexandre Daigle.
His hype was reminiscent of Connor McDavid's during his peak years. Prior to joining the Senators, Daigle had a remarkable run with the Victoriaville Tigers in the QMJHL, racking up 80 goals and 167 assists for a total of 247 points in just 119 games. He also amassed 110 points in 42 games with Laval-Laurentide in the QM totaling over 300 points in 3 seasons, an achievement that naturally drew attention. But Daigle's talents extended beyond impressive statistics. He possessed impressive speed to go along with his nifty pair of hands. Scouts from teams like San Jose and Quebec were eagerly vying for his talents, seeing him as a potential generational player, akin to legends like Mario Lemieux and Wayne Gretzky. The Senators envisioned him as the cornerstone of their franchise, and Daigle held high expectations for himself. However, despite his undeniable skill, good looks, and bilingual charm, he ultimately failed to live up to his grand expectations. Alexandre Daigle, while a scoring sensation in junior hockey, found the NHL to be a challenging transition. In his rookie year with Ottawa, he posted a respectable 20 goals and 31 assists, numbers that aren't bad by NHL rookie standards. For comparison, Connor McDavid had 16 goals and 32 assists in his own rookie season. However, Daigle's performance was overshadowed by Ottawa's struggles as a new franchise, with a dismal 14, 61, and 9 record and only 37 points. It was hard for any player to shine without solid support. In the shortened 1994-95 lockout season, Daigle improved with 37 points in 47 games, but still lacked the strong supporting cast he needed, relying mostly on Alexei Yashin to help generate offense. During his time, he did briefly return to the Victoriaville Tigers, where he showed flashes of his junior prowess, scoring 14 goals and 20 assists in 18 games. However, his next NHL season would bring even greater challenges. In the 1995-96 season, Alexandre Daigle's career began to falter, with his production dropping to just 17 points in 50 games. Senators fans became increasingly concerned as his once flashy junior league style seemed to disappear, and his NHL play grew lackluster. Many speculated that his massive $12.5 million contract had sapped his motivation on the ice. Compounding the issue was tension with teammate Alexei Yashin. The Russian center believed he deserved a similarly substantial contract due to his own production, but Ottawa's management remained committed to Daigle, a decision that frustrated Yashin enough to hold out for the entire 1995-96 season in protest. During that season, the Senators staff also saw a shakeup, with head coach Rick Bowness and assistant coach Alain Vigneault being dismissed. Daigle's struggles led to his demotion to the team's fourth line, signaling a troubling decline in his potential that the Senators were beginning to take seriously. Beyond his on-ice struggles, Alexandre Daigle's off-ice behavior also contributed to his fall from grace. One notorious incident, known as the Bomb Incident, occurred on September 25, 1996, after a preseason game. While on a plane in Pittsburgh, preparing to depart from Tampa, Daigle made a poor joke about a bomb. When a flight attendant asked Senators scouting coordinator Trevor Timmons to show his laptop, Daigle quipped, "Trevor, watch your bomb there." The flight attendant, alarmed, informed airport authorities. Daigle was then escorted off the plane, causing a 45-minute delay as the plane was searched, and Daigle was questioned. He was fined for the remark, further damaging his reputation in Ottawa and around the NHL. By 1998, the Senators decided to cut ties, trading him to the Philadelphia Flyers for Vinny Prospal and Pat Falloon. From there, Daigle's career spiraled, with Philadelphia trading him to Edmonton, who immediately sent him to Tampa Bay. The Senators' failed Daigle experiment ended with a front office overhaul and a franchise struggling to rebuild, burdened by a player whose lack of motivation and professionalism had shattered high expectations. Daigle's NHL career was short-lived, as he found himself out of the league by age 25. After a brief stint with the New York Rangers, he exited in 2000, ending a disappointing career. His uninspired performance often seemed to reflect his greater interest in Hollywood than hockey. At one point, he even dated Pamela Anderson. Following the 1999-2000 season, which saw him spend significant time in the minors, Daigle took a 2-year break from the NHL. During his hiatus, he dabbled in the entertainment world, starting a small production venture in Hollywood, and even played in a Beverly Hills beer league alongside former NHL enforcer Marty McSorley. In 2002, Daigle made an NHL comeback, claiming he'd rediscovered his passion for hockey, a game that, unfortunately, would never reciprocate his efforts. The Pittsburgh Penguins took a chance on him for the 2002-03 season, but results were limited. Daigle managed only 7 points in 33 games before being released the following season. However, the Minnesota Wild provided a brief resurgence for Daigle. During the 2003-04 season, he matched his career high with 51 points, hinting at a revival. Unfortunately, the NHL lockout wiped out the following season, and by the time new rules were introduced to encourage offense, Daigle's potential was fading. Players like Ilya Kovalchuk and Rick Nash adapted to the post-lockout style by improving their defensive game, but Daigle struggled to develop the competitive drive needed to keep pace. Consequently, NHL teams grew hesitant to invest in a player who seemed unwilling to battle. After posting 28 points in 46 games with Minnesota in 2005-06, Daigle left the NHL. He played a few seasons in Europe, primarily with HC Davos in the Swiss League, and officially retired from professional hockey in 2010. What ultimately went wrong with Daigle? To understand, we need to revisit his junior hockey days. Although he was a scoring machine, NHL scouts didn't realize the lack of passion he was feeling even back then. For Daigle, scoring 50 goals didn't bring the thrill it might have for others. Later in life, he revealed that he had been struggling with depression and wondered how different his career might have been if he'd received the help he needed. Now, the NHL has a new young superstar in Connor Bedard with the Chicago Blackhawks, already making waves in the league. However, Daigle's story is a reminder of the toll that immense expectations and intense media pressure can take on such young players. Pressures that once weighed down Daigle's career. If NHL fans were to find a hockey equivalent to NFL bust Ryan Leaf, Alexandre Daigle would be the ideal comparison. Daigle entered the league with the talent and hype to become the next Mario Lemieux, but ultimately failed to meet those expectations. However, unlike many high-profile downfalls, Daigle's decline wasn't due to legal trouble or persistent injuries. Daigle's case will be remembered as a unique type of NHL bust, where the setbacks were largely self-inflicted. For a sports star, losing passion for their career can be like a midlife crisis, a feeling more commonly associated with everyday life, but for Daigle was the essence of his struggles in the NHL. If Daigle had received the support he needed as a young player, perhaps the Ottawa Senators' fate would have been different. They might have experienced a fairy tale rise, possibly winning the Stanley Cup. Instead, Ottawa fans were left disappointed by a player whose lack of drive and unaddressed issues in his youth led to an unfulfilled promise.
And there you have it, the shocking rise and fall of Alexandre Daigle's NHL career and how he became known as one of the biggest draft busts ever.
Drop a comment below and let us know what you think went wrong with Daigle's career. If you liked this video and want to see more, hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. See you in the next one.